Greetings, my human friends. This is Rudolf of Germany, the tall white alien. First of all, I would like to thank all of you who had supported me, and thank you for your good wishes concerning the last presidential debate yesterday between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. I believe Donald Trump did the best to his abilities, and now we will see how things unfold, and however they unfold, we will take it from there. If we look at elections in general in the United States and also in other countries which call themselves parts of the free world, if you look and dig a little bit deeper, you find out that elections in general are anyway a fool's game to deceive the public, because the powers behind the frontmen of politics are always the same. And when powers are established and groups of people came to compromises, in many cases over hundreds of years before, and participate together in a system which is only created to benefit a small group, then an election every 4 years to find some puppet who will give the whole filthy game a nice front, a nice mask, really does not do much to change whatever has been before. Donald Trump, of course, is a very emotional man. He really is not so much politically connected. And for that, it is a chance for the American people to get some fresh ideas, some new experiments into the old, ugly game of politics. So let's see how it plays out. And however it plays out, it really does not change much. Even I, as a member of the tall white alien race, who have their say-so into politics and commerce on planet Earth, are only one of many, and in this case try to be one of the progressive members of our race. But my powers are limited. There are others, older members, even older than me, and I already have several hundred years roaming this planet and off and on, going back and forth to my home planet. Even I am still considered a young rebel, and our group is growing, but still the old elite is very powerful, and their grip on planet Earth is hard to loosen. Particularly if these people always use the same old hybrid families, human extraterrestrial hybrids, which they have been creating over hundreds and hundreds of years, and control these hybrid groups very, very tightly and let nobody else break into their sphere of influence. A good example for America is a branch of the Illuminati which is called Skull and Bones. In this group, right from the beginning, when these people are still young and go into the universities, in the very beginning they are already being committed to an inner circle of families. They are themselves part of families, and they are not chosen because of their intelligence for sure, but rather of their corrupt character. These rather low-lives, corrupt young men of very powerful families, which have been corrupted by the tall white aliens for centuries, these young men are being introduced to the footsteps of their forebears at a very young age. Certain black magical practices which are also being used from the very beginning, certain practices of black magic powers are being used on them, and they always have been very successfully implemented. For example, these young men have been exposed and introduced to homosexuality, which is a very large part of their initiation into this secret cult, which later on will lead into power sharing in the United States and in the Western world. This cult of Skull and Bones, as I said, originated in Germany, in Bavaria, and was called the Illuminati. Whatever name you might give it today does not matter anymore. The techniques, the black magic techniques, are working however you call it, and the result is a complete dependency and moral letdown of the participant. Because once the black magic practices which involve sexuality, homosexuality, sex with children, and other unspeakable crimes, once you are participating in practices like that, there is no way for you to leave the circle, because all your brothers, for example in Skull and Bones, know about you, know about every single of your sexual preferences, and know also everything about your participations in these secret sexual acts. This glues this elite group together, an elite group of morally compromised individuals, sexually compromised individuals, which is just the beginning of a complete change of mindset. Because once, when you are young, you are sexually compromised and perverted, and you don't care about any morals or ethics anymore, then the next step of initiation can set in. And this next step of initiation is to be compromised in your other parts of your moral consistency. Once you are sexually perverted and openly, surrounded by the groups of your brothers, conduct yourself in the most disgusting way. You're also getting ready for become corrupted in your business and political engagements. Once everybody in the inner circle knows what kind of filthy individual you are, there is no more stopping in becoming corrupt, in becoming questionably when it comes to your business and political dealings. The sex part, when you are young, is only the initiation and the beginning to corrupt your innermost self completely during the course of your lifetime. And this is a logical consequence, and this is also the reason this so-called elite, which is just a group of perverts and corrupt individuals, stick together for the rest of their life, because there's no escape out of this circle anymore. And at the same time, these few individuals, these few very wealthy families, accumulate more and more wealth, and with this wealth accumulate more and more power to control the public, control the countries, and extend the reign of terror throughout planet Earth. This was my message of today, Rudolf of Germany.